Hey everybody, it is MindGamer. I am making a short introductory video to explain very briefly the idea and concept behind the National Quest. I'm making this for the viewer that might want to see this and gain a brief concept of how it works. This shouldn't be a thing that's tossed off to the back burner, or if we don't understand it, or maybe diminish its importance. I think that it is really important for the state as a whole, actually, and each one of us being a part of that, we buy into this. Each and every single one of us make the state stronger in this way by participating in this. So let's dive into this. Right now, we're focused on the building itself. That is the National Quest building, and it's called the Class Hall building, which you can build. And there's only one level of it. Whenever you tap on it, there are 4 icons. The details, it doesn't show you anything. There are 3 others to the right. The first one that we're going to look at is class. That is the third one to the right there. We're going to click on it and we're going to look at some details. And this has to do with the classes that we're already familiar with in the traditional sense. If you've been playing this for a while, you've seen and are used to Farmer, Raider, and Trader, and of course they've added Builder, another class on here. One thing to note, Farmer, whenever we click at the top right up here, there is a class trait list for Farmer, a class trait list for Raider, a class trait list for Trader, and there is not one for a Builder. A builder, their talent is just that they get to speed up on their builds, and they have some speed ups for honor structures. So let's back out of here. You'll only use this one time unless you end up changing your class somewhere along the line, if you choose to do that. And it looks like in the future they have some more stuff that they can open up, which they've not yet. That would be the scientist here, and the financier here at Trader. For Raider, that would be the special force, and defender for the farmer. And those details, we just don't have them yet. Going back into the building, we have class manuals. So we're going to go to this next and look at this. I am a Raider, so if you are a different class, then this is going to look slightly different to you as far as their descriptions and possibly even their layout to the logistics of how you'd get to a lower level might look a little bit different. One thing I want to point out that is the same on each of the class traits that I've seen is, where is it on this one? Right there. This blue one to the right. More work, more gain. This one right here basically allows you to do 2 quests instead of 1. And as you go down, you can actually open up a 3rd quest and then a 4th quest. And I'd have to dig them out to see exactly where there they are. There's one of them. Sorry, that is 3 and 4 right there. So you'd be able to significantly increase your points by doing that. As you put your points, and you can see my EXP at the very top here, and of course, like anything else, once it goes all the way to the right, you get some points, so you can allocate wherever you would like to, and each one of these have little descriptions. You can read these on your own whenever you're ready. And then eventually, whenever you accomplish one of these, even if there's 10 total, you get a 1 out of 10, like here on Fast Learning. If you had a 1 out of 10, that would end up in this other tab under cards. There are tabs in the bottom here: income card, class card, and alliance card. Right now with income card, there are these green cards that we can associate up top with the income position. You can move this right and left. You can move this right and left at the bottom as well. There's a whole bunch that will end up showing up. The more that you research, the more that you get on there. The more that you quest, the more that you get on there. For class card, you have lots of different ones that you can choose here as well. Make sure you do the math. Maybe in the beginning it makes sense to do 5,000 plus experience as a fixed value on there. But as you get a little bit higher level, you're probably going to want the percentages gained rather than just a fixed amount. And make sure whenever you get more work, more gain, you put that class position card in there, as you see mine up in this area right up here. I'm kind of wiggling it back there. Alliance card function, that's our third tab in the bottom. That isn't opened up yet. Whenever it is, I'm sure that there's going to be more to that. There's probably a reason why it's locked, but they're probably going to unlock some more stuff for us. So let's go into the last part. And you will be in class manual, where we just were about every day, making sure that if you've got points, that you're allocating them and making sure that you've got your card set. If you make any changes, hit save at the bottom and make note that you may only save one time per day. So once you've saved that, if you make a mistake, you have to change it tomorrow. Going back out, we're going to go to the option to the right, National Quest. Now, this is what we need to be focusing on diligently every single day. You will default by opening this to the building to which you are already described. So Siege Department, I am a raider, so that's where it opens up for me. If you're a builder, I'm scrolling to the right here, you're going to open up on the building department. Use your imagination for the rest. As the building department is all the way to the right. As you get down here toward the bottom, you can scroll down and look at each section. It says on the right here, Architect level 1 right there. As we scroll down, Architect level 20, and it shows you the little clock on the right there, how long it takes for you to do it, the EXP, how much EXP you gain, and that little badge there tells you how many points that you gain for the state in doing that. Pay attention to the levels that we're seeing on the side. Architect level 25, Farm level 25. That has to do with what level you are so far. Going back over here to our class manual at the top, what level you are at the top left. I'm a Siege Master level 74. It's because I came from a different state. It's an older state and they had a lot of people doing it. That's why. That is actually pretty high right now. So if I had a farm, for instance, and it is on a level 15, I'm not going to be able to put him, if it was an architect, into this construction description right here as our top option with the 5 hours and 45,000 EXP, because it is not up to an architect level 25. It's just a 15. I would have to choose a different architect level somewhere else. There's an architect level 1. It even has 30,000 EXP still, until I gained enough level of my architect to where I'm able to do these higher level quests. Note that as we go down, we've got architect, 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 farm. These are going to be different every single day. So where you see your siege quest that you're going to run today, tomorrow, they're going to be in different spots. They're going to be for different amounts. They might be individual quests like we're seeing up here. That's a row of individual quests, 2 rows of individual quests, 3 rows of individual quests. Whenever we get down here, look, these are groups right here. These are groups of 3. So as they march out, the group gains however many of them there are in the groups, they gain that amount of EXP and then the points for the state. And it takes them, looks like 5 hours, no matter how many people are in it. But make sure that you coordinate with some other people whenever you go out on these. Let people know that you're going out. Don't waste your opportunities, because you only have just the set amount of opportunities every day, and then that's gone. So you want to make sure that you make the most of them. Pay attention to the current time at the top right. You may begin marching out for these at 00:05. That is 5 minutes after reset every day. And then it goes off at, I know what time it is locally, but game time, it would be 1800 game time. That's what time that you may no longer march out for these quests. They may be out doing the quests for longer than that. They may not get back until, goodness, almost reset, really. They may not get back for quite a while. Let's see. As we scroll along across the top, I'm not going to scroll down through all of these because you can do that whenever you look. Each one of these buildings has a different description. And as you can imagine, there's going to be different things that you have below here. I'm going to look at the raider because a lot of us are raiders. Whenever we look down through here, this is a raider building here, not the only one, but it's the main one. You can see siege masters whenever you go through there. That is you. If you're a raider, this is you. Look at all the group quests here. So we're going to try to join this one here. We see in the middle where there's 2 people and 1 open. We're going to try to do that. And it allows you to choose an APC. It does not matter how many people that you march on this. I'm going to choose cars because I want them to go faster. You can choose 1 single car and it will work just fine. I'm going to choose a low amount just in case I want to use the cars for something else. And boom, they're gone. If there is an event to where they don't march out, there will be a little window that pops up and it says the spot is already occupied, or it may say you may only join the quest, something to the effect of you have 30 minutes to join the quest. And what that is saying, either A, somebody may have taken my spot right before I did because I was sitting here explaining it. That's a possibility, especially right after reset. But also, if you're trying to join into a group quest with at least one other person, and that person who initiated the quest has been marching for at least 30 minutes, they may no longer add people into that group quest. So if you're going to initiate a group quest and you want to get the word out there, the clock's ticking. You have 30 minutes to get that going. Well, that is it that I wanted to show you for today. That is just a brief introductory thing. You can get much deeper in it, especially if you take some time to look at the class manual and go through there. You can see some excellent benefits as you go through there. There's your percentage of gain for your EXP. Definitely look for those as you go down. And like this one here, this questing adventure, you may not see the benefit in completing that all the way up to 10. You may want to keep on going, particularly if your goal is that guy right there. In order to have an initial goal, that should be your first goal right there. If you guys have any questions, feel free to shoot me a message on a private message. If you need to add me, go ahead and do that and let me know that you sent me something. And I hope this is beneficial. Thanks.